One, I felt very isolated whenever you told me to not say anything upstairs because the original conversation around Greenhouse Season 4 was the Season 3 people, which you were a part of.
I truly could not remember.
Yeah, that was you, and so I didn't want to say, oh, it was you, Shane. That was when you were a part of the conversation.
I didn't say his name.
You didn't. You did not say his name, but like. You were a part of the conversation that was centered around Season 4.
That's my bad.
And so it kind of did come from me, Shakira, and Brady because we were the ones to disseminate that plan.
So yesterday, because I think Claire's also kind of mad at me, I was in so many fucking conversations. I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
So when you said it in the room, I was like, this is the fucking first I'm hearing about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought we were supposed to be cool. Like, Thomas, we literally had this conversation 20 minutes ago where we were going to be close.
Yes.
I truly did not know it was us.
Well, I just didn't want to expose, all 5 Season 3 people came into a room and like came up with that plan.
My bad. I straight up did not know it was us.
I'm going to be honest, like, yeah, sure, we had the conversation, but we couldn't be the only people that were thinking it. So there's no reason that we should be catching the heat for being leading the charge.
Exactly.
Like whoever started that specific rumor, I don't know who that was.
And
because we were
I
never
have no
leading the charge.
Like even when we were talking to Abrielle just now, and I think you said it or someone said it was Season 1, and I was like, I'm over fucking talking about this because I have no idea what the truth is.
I wouldn't move past it.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. I don't really give a shit anymore. Mm-hmm. And also, I was obviously in power, and I felt like we were basically just being told to do whatever Brody wanted. Mm-hmm. So I was just trying to like survive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when someone else threw a name, and I was like, let's get to the fucking bottom of this because I'm over this shit. Mm-hmm. So when you said it, I was like, that's not what I've been told multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it was like one person to say like, let's target Season 4. I just felt like it was a group consensus. So.
And I want to apologize.
Like,
I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
I felt like the witch hunt of it all was like just too extreme.
Yeah.
Because it did lead to Ross wanting to potentially fly trap me, and so that's why I was more defensive.
And I'm sorry, when I said don't say anything, that was more of, I want someone else to say this name, and if they match, then I know that that's true.
Which, like, I understand that. I was just, like, in a group of, like, 10 people.
Well, I was really pissed off at how that conversation was going, because that was 2 hours longer than it needed to be, and I was like, I thought we were all on the same page. While y'all were out here, like, what was going on in the challenge?
I think the target was Brody first, like everyone just did that clearly.
Mm-hmm. And I know that both of you were like, oh, I want Greenhouse, but Ava and Lily were like, and it wasn't y'all, it was people that y'all were associated with that they did not want with the Greenhouse. I was just going with what my group wanted. Yeah, so when we were eliminating y'all, it wasn't that I was trying to directly undermine what y'all wanted, it was more so I just really didn't want the other people to
that's what I figured, because I think your team started putting stuff in ours, and I was like, I'm confused. And then y'all talked, and I was like, I'm standing right here.
I did not want...
When we talked, it was because he said you wanted a seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was negotiating a seed.
Because I knew my team was
going downhill
next. But,
same. I tried to do the same thing around there. It did not work.
I did not. I don't feel connected to Dylan and honestly Christian. I think Christian knows that I was sort of campaigning against him last round because I was genuinely trying
Patrick.
No, Christian.
Patrick and Dylan.
Does he know that
I was?
Patrick and Christian.
Where was Christian?
I was with Patrick and Christian. Dylan was on...
Okay, I didn't mean Dylan. I meant Patrick, yes, instead of Dylan.
Does he know that I was?
Girl.
You still have to talk to Jessica.
You can
definitely go talk to her.
Yeah, she's
up
there. There's a line.
Round, though.
Yeah, but I think it's...
But that's still
I name dropped you because I went up to her and because like I know that me and Jessica have a really good
shit. I have to pick a target.
Conversation. Mm-hmm. I know we have good conversation, good relationship, and so I was like, well, who do you want to see go into the next round? And she mentioned you, and I think she also mentioned Lily, and she didn't mention you, and I was like, well, how do you feel about Shane? Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, I don't know how to feel about Shane because every time I see him, he's just so straight faced. I was like, girl, that's because he's focused, because he's playing. Mm-hmm. But trust me, like, he's not coming for you.
This is Jessica?
Yeah, like, you shouldn't be coming for him. I feel good with him. If you feel good with me, then you should feel good with Shane. She was like, okay, I feel good with Shane too.
Let me go talk to her.
So you just talk to her.
Yeah.
But I think what I said just like kind of cleared up any
Yeah.
Speculation.
Trying to talk later then?
Yeah, absolutely.
You should be. I did want to come back and talk
Come
about that.
on.
Full circle. We just had this conversation over there.
I know. Based on the names I'm hearing, I would like to vote.
Okay. What names are you hearing?
I'm hearing Brody, Christian, Patrick.
Why do you want to vote? Like, who do you feel some kind of way about?
I'm just these. I feel like I keep saying this name, and I don't want to get to him. I'm least connected to Patrick. I can't trust him. I know he would come against me.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to use this vote to prove that I'm not coming for you, Patrick. I'm not coming for you, Christian.
Oh
I'm
no, I
going
want
for
to
Brody.
I want to get Patrick out.
Oh, okay. But do you think you have the votes because the house is not splitting up to Patrick?
Can I come back?
Yeah.
There's
Is
still
there a line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you could garner a strong enough campaign
I
towards
mean,
Patrick?
who has the votes otherwise? Brody?
Yes.
Brody would help
Like,
you campaign
almost
to get
you-
Patrick out.
He would, and he could probably change a lot of minds.
Are a lot of people just
But
voting Brody out?
not a lot of. Yeah, from what I've been hearing, everyone's like Target, Brody, Target. You know, the only person that I heard that was like, oh, people are sleeping on Patrick is Dylan. Like Dylan was like, I don't know if people watched him, but like Patrick is phenomenal. So okay, but so like I don't know why no one's like talking about him as well. But other than that, I've mostly been hearing Brody. So that's just something for you to consider.
But if you would like to vote, if that is the case, then I won't block your vote.
I'll be blocked.
I mean, that's just how I'm feeling right now. We'll see. He's actually nominated in different towns and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know. That's just my thoughts right now.
I'm trying to have conversations because I feel like I haven't had a lot of meaningful conversations with people because last night I was immune and my vote was blocked, so no one really wanted to have strategy with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversations people are coming up to me and having are like, I'll take a banked vote now.
Mhm.
So like powers aside, I have no idea who feels good about me, who doesn't feel good about me.
Right.
Like,
Jessica feels good about you.
people are still saying that you said my name. Like, people are coming to me
People are
and saying.
still saying that?
Well, what I wanted to ask is like, because rumors were started about y'all last night. You were in power last night. I would appreciate assistance in taking heat off my back if people start talking about this is my second time in the greenhouse.
I haven't
heard
even
that
noticed.
at all.
Until you said it.
I think people
So our
forgot.
not
I didn't
saying
even, I didn't
anything.
even realize.
Oh, I know.
forgot.
I've been putting
Who
it
the
out
fuck
before
is
people
saying that
can.
I'm coming for Claire.
I've
You
been
heard that?
putting
No.
it out before people can talk about it behind my
Oh,
back.
I
Like,
haven't
I'm
heard it.
clarifying, and I have 5
Have you
people.
heard that?
That you were coming for Claire?
Yeah.
I haven't.
No.
I have 5 people that can attest to the fact that on that cardboard, I didn't want to get into the greenhouse this time.
Yeah.
I did it to be a team player because Abrielle and Jessica
Oh,
did.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And because,
I can attest to that. I have no problem saying that.
so like,
Okay, yeah. if
Who
anyone
are
else.
these people? I'm about to start taking people down. Like, why are you dragging my name through the mud? This is like this.
You heard
I don't know, and it
No,
literally,
she keeps telling.
it
she
literally
told me.
keeps happening that like we clear it up and then another person comes to me and says
Is it the
that-
same person or a different person?
No,
every
it's
time?
been a different person every time.
Well, it has to be people that I'm not in conversations with because the people that I'm talking to frequently, like you 3, Brady, Brandon, Abby, Lily, it can't be any of them. So it has to be like Greenhouse 4 people or Patrick and Christian. And Brody.
I don't even think the focus is on either of you two at all.
I don't think so
don't
either.
I don't
I don't
see
think that's an issue, but I just don't want to become an issue for us.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
no,
it's
I
not
agree.
true.
I'm also trying to, right now I know there's more important things, but I'm trying to make sure I'm like not fucked whenever next round I don't get into the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Or
I don't
have a
think
meeting.
I don't
you are in
think
trouble.
that
You're
at
fine.
all.
At least not from me, and I don't think from them
No.
either.
Yeah,
No. Girl, that's not true.
and like, I believe and trust y'all whenever y'all are saying that like rumors aren't true, so I would like,
Mhm.
I'm like having y'all's back out there, so like I would appreciate
Of course.
also
Fully.
like
Right.
taking heat off my back.
Yeah. So whoever tells you that next time, I would just be like, "Where'd you hear that?" And if they can't give you anything, it's probably
Yeah, and then pull me and them in a conversation together, and I want to hear it from their
Hear it.
face. Because this he say he
'Cause
say
I have
she
not
say
heard
needs
that.
to stop.
But I don't know
I'm
if people
serious.
don't want to tell me because you were in the, like we were both in the greenhouse.
Well, I also don't know if it's a thing that like people want to make sure me and Shakira don't work together or something, and so they're trying to.
Probably. I
Like
mean,
you guys are like.
this
two
is the
really
third
strong
time I've
women.
been looped into a rumor that is not true about me. I feel like people are just like trying to drag my name
This
through
season
the
is the
mud.
season of
Rumors.
whisper, rumor.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
I love.
And I don't know who's starting them.
So, if the nominees are who you were kind of saying, do we think?
Who'd you say?
I think it's Brody Christian Patrick.
Do you think you have? How would you feel about that?
I felt backstabbed by Brody, and we've already talked about it. And I said, if you want to gain trust, you're gonna have to show me trust first.
Wait, what do you
Because
mean by that?
I'd be forgetting that I have to vote too.
You do.
Like he would have to come at me with a very convincing argument, just because last night, like, I felt like he had multiple opportunities to talk to me, and we hashed it out. He was like, I could tell by your reaction that you felt betrayed, and I was like, a little bit, because I was defending you for like a long time. Like everyone was like, he's played such a messy, chaotic game, and I was like, he's been nothing but nice to me.
And we were in the greenhouse where he agreed not to go after people in the greenhouse, and then he fly trapped some of these.
Right. I was like, everyone shut up about him. He's fine. And then I was the one that got backstabbed. Or,
Betrayed.
sorry. Yeah.
How much more time do I need before now?
I'm good.
How you feeling?
I don't know. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Like I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
because
no.
towards the end of the last night, I was very much. Y'all do your thing.
Yeah, like,
I
ready
will.
to go.
I will be here if you need me. But like, I'm gonna do my thing. Y'all should just accept that you're each gonna do your thing and
Yeah.
stop trying to like. You want a unanimous vote on an 18-person cast?
Right.
Delusional.
Get be FFR.
It's-
be fucking for real.
It's
yeah.
it's 1 a.m.
Right. It was so close. Were you kind of gaggy? Because
A little
if
bit.
one more person would have changed, it would have been tied.
And who would have broken? Who would
Uh,
have broken time?
Rose. Okay. I think Rose. Anyway, are you thinking of anyone in particular?
Yeah, I think. Well, Jessica was. I didn't really want Sunflower
Mhm.
because I was like, I want my safety, but I don't want
To put two people
to
up?
piss anybody. Like, I don't want to piss more people off than I want. And
Sure.
so I was like, get your coin, Jessica. And she was like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I think we're in an understanding that like she's not gonna do anything that would piss me off
Mm-hmm.
because we're like, I don't know what she's thinking, but we're gonna touch base before noms. And,
Okay.
Like, I don't think she's gonna want to put anyone up that would like hurt my game or like vice versa hers.
Yeah.
There is in the chaos of last night. There is someone that I like barely saw at all.
Who's that?
I barely talked to. Like, I feel like I talked to everyone individually at some point,
Mm-hmm.
or like even just saw them often in groups enough to where I feel good. But like,
That one?
yeah, literally. You're playing? Like, news to me.
Bloop.
So,
Right.
but it's also, it's round 2.
Yeah.
And like,
Where you at?
what? Okay.
Sure.
Like, I know last night was chaotic.
Yeah, but we were
But,
here
like,
for 6 hours.
We were here for 6 hours. And I feel like everyone at least has like made the effort. Well, and I don't want to say it's like an effort thing because maybe that's just how the cookie crumbles, but I feel like that's a good enough reason for me to put some open like round 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll listen. I'll
And then, if I had to guess, I think Jessica could also probably put in at Brody.
So,
But I don't know who she's doing. Who else she's
what
doing.
I would say is just to remember that if it is the case, like, he's got seeds and he's got connections to seeds.
But also like,
Like, what for Uproot is what I
yeah. Well,
So if-
Brody's a buffer. Like,
Is he?
I think Brody's like,
Oh, like, keep him around because then everyone's always targeting him?
yes, like,
Right.
oh, it could be one person away from getting like a winner's target out there. It could be one person away to getting like Baton Rouge people out there. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it can come fast, and I don't want that to take a turn and us not to have a backup.
Yeah.
because I think we have a lot of similar overlap in people that we talk to.
Yeah.
And I don't want.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I just like if the goal is just to put him up, then I think
Yeah.
obviously go for it, with the
But
understanding that like
I don't vote, so I don't.
well that but like he's probably gonna be able to take himself off because I don't
Yeah.
have a seat count, but he does, to my understanding, have at least 2 still because he had
Oh, I
7
think,
and he
yeah.
used 5, and he didn't get 7 alone, so he's got friends.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're putting him up as a way to like just have him up and it doesn't matter if he's on or off, I
think it's just because
Could go either
it's
way.
easy. Like,
right,
who's mad about it?
yeah, right,
Brody. That's it.
right.
And I don't even
Well,
think
and he's
Brody.
probably
Brody's not that
expecting it.
mad.
No, he's probably expecting
Brody's like, I'm probably going up, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't talked to Jessica, but probably
Yeah.
because it's like the way that the last night went. It would be an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So,
Oh Lord.
but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna like?
I don't think anyone will be surprised if you nominate him. He doesn't get a seat. So there's
I
that
know. Well, I
component
thought
to
about
it.
that, but
But
I
it
feel
doesn't.
like,
I mean, like
I feel
I said,
like Jessica's gonna want to take the easy one because she also has to make another nomination,
Mhm.
and I just have to take.
well, I think y'all should talk then to see like if he is like a true target, then I don't think it would make sense to give him a seat. If it's
Yeah.
like let the players play and let's see what happens, then it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hello, hello.
Hi Jess, congratulations.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy for you. I really am.
Yes. My mom texted me this morning and she goes, "We're thinking of you. We love you." And I was like, "Jackie got me this."
That's right.
Yes.
So how did that all go down there after we got out? Did y'all just talk to me like, listen, y'all will be safe if we get greenhouse? I'm guessing?
It was a little like that because what happened is that the first round immunity.
Shakira got it.
Right, and so what it was is between us two, if they got greenhouse, their immunity would just be like no point. So we had all agreed that,
Ava.
our group,
Well, Ava was the only one that didn't get immunity, but y'all probably said.
Right.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that you're here in your life now. You're in the fucking greenhouse. It's
this
so
is
good.
my highest standing so far.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you thinking about
Yes.
like game wise? Do you have any idea where you're gonna go?
No, and it's because
It's such a tough spot.
It is, and it's because too, I don't like playing into anyone's game.
You want to play your own game.
The obvious, yeah. But the thing is too is that, like, with how how everybody has like a couple seeds, like maybe 1 or 2 people don't have any seeds.
Right.
So it's like, I can't put the obvious up there because they have they will maneuver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like if people think that they're going up there and then they're already working on a backup plan, I'm gonna be like, joke's on you. You just wasted an hour for nothing. So that's what it's kind of about. Is like
So
I don't
you're
want
keeping
to.
them close to your chest.
Yes.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But
I want to say, because I just really want to hear like your honest opinion, and it's because like I too I really like you.
I know.
And it's
feelings mutual.
okay, cool. Because everybody's like you can't really tell, and I was like, I don't know, I'm vibing, I feel it, I'm here.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So with you though, I'm telling you that just the top. Of course, the obvious target for the whole group is Brody because of what happened last night, and that is just obvious.
Right.
I'm not saying that's my target.
Right.
Because that is the exact person I'm talking about. Is like I'm not going to play into.
Right.
this game.
For sure.
But then the second person with most seeds, I think, would be you. And you don't have to confirm or deny.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I was almost certain I was going home last night with the fly trap, and so
Right.
in my little vote thing, I voted for it, and then I was like, by the way, Holly, give my seeds to. I think I had 4, and I gave 2 to Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 to Dylan. I was like, I'll hold on to 1 just to in case I don't. That way it didn't get. And so the seeds that I gave Gavin got burned. So so I have 1 seed right
No
now.
way.
But Dylan might give me
Give
mine.
me the tea, girl. No way.
What?
2 of your seeds, like you really gave to Gavin, they got burnt.
I was certain he was gonna fly trap. You weren't up here, were you?
No, I missed all of this.
I
yeah.
wouldn't say Brody and I got into it, but we kind of got into it.
Yeah.
And
well, I can imagine
well,
him and Maddie got into it. That's why she got home.
And I was the one that bid against him on fly
right.
trap. And so when he was up here, he's like,
but
now
I heard him. He said like if he was like he said too, he was trying to break up that season 4 monotony.
right, and
So if one, like it was a chicken
I
and
don't
egg.
think, I don't
if
think
one
Bird's
person,
coming after me anymore. I
Right.
think that in my mind last night he was coming after me. And so
Right,
that's why,
right.
so I have one seed, I'm not broke.
Dang.
But, and I might have two if Dylan gives me mine back, which I think
Dang.
he will, but we'll see.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I don't know if you want
but-
to use it as an advantage. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go on.
no, go ahead.
I don't know if you wanted to use it as an advantage. People think you still have those seats.
Oh, that's good to know.
Right.
I guess.
I'm letting you know the tea.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I want to share some other tea. I'm trying to think if I've heard anything. It's only right if
Where's
we
my
exchange
coffee?
some info.
Kelby's not gonna last the day.
I mean, I really.
It's fine. I don't need you
I don't
to sell
know.
me your guts. I'm not about it.
If I had stuff, I'm just trying to think of like
Yeah.
anything interesting.
But that's what it
like,
is.
I
Is
talked
that
to Shane.
things
feel,
develop. You don't have to tell me everything you know right now.
But I want
want
to.
to know. Right, and I feel it. Thank you. I just don't want to pull teeth because, not just because of how it is. Like things are gonna develop. Like we saw last
Yeah.
night, an hour at 10 minutes. Can make
crazy shit
things-
happens.
So what I'm saying is that like I think the feeling's mutual right here going forward.
Yeah.
As in like, you know, if you didn't have any tea right now, like that's totally okay. And it's further in the game.
Let me say this though. I
Further in the round.
fully intend to get in the greenhouse next round,
Nice.
and if you don't put me up,
Mm-hmm.
just know that I will remember that.
Yeah.
And you won't be going up.
I think that's and that for me is a solid plan. Is that I do not favor you putting you up on the block this round.
Good.
And for next round, like whatever challenge it is, you know, whatever we're doing, like I would further go to support you however we can. Of course we don't know the challenge.
We don't know
but-
the challenge.
But that's what I mean is that like if I see an opportunity to support you because you said that, I hear you and I'll contribute to that and
I'm willing to even go as far as to say that, like, I'm looking to get in, but if it's some kind of challenge where I can't get in, I'll even try to help you out again next round. So, I think I
Ooh,
want
2 in a row, that's gonna break my
I
bank.
think I want it because you said you're tired of being. I need to talk to people, and so it's almost like a mechanism to where people have to come talk to me. But I can fully promise you right now that if I get in the greenhouse and I'm going for greenhouse next round, you wouldn't be in it. So
Yeah.
do with that information what you will. And
Yeah.
like you said, if you don't put me up this round and next round you can help
And I
me
have
get in
an
there,
opportunity
that's
to
another
support
round
you.
where you can like almost assure your safety.
I will, and that's exactly what I want. I want
Right.
to play this a smart game,
Right.
like, and that's what it is. So like people are like, you know, who are your targets? And it's like, girl, I'm waiting until the last minute because really what it is like the scrambling is going to cause momentum, and
Oh, yeah.
I need to see where that's going.
Right.
Yeah. So this is why I hate this Queen of the Hill shit.
I know.
I love King of the Hill. That's such a good show.
Hank.
Yes. Dang it, Barbara. Damn.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
have anything else you need to talk about?
I feel good.
Are we in good shape, you and me?
Mhm. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
No love, no stuff.
I'll send the next person. Are you coming down?
I want to. If someone's waiting out there, I'll go down. I mean, if someone's not waiting there, I'll go down.
Go
Someone's
on.
waiting there.
Oh,
No. Let me go. Oh my fuck.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Please don't. I'm joking. How are you feeling?
Still overwhelmed from last night.
Okay, yeah.
And there's still, like, 16 is still a lot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's just some people, like, I feel like I haven't really seen you as much.
I
And,
know,
like, there's
I
a
know.
couple people where I'm always like, where are they?
Yeah, I know. I feel like there's still.
where
It's
are
like there's
they?
still too many people to feel like I have enough time to reasonably have like the conversations that you want to have.
Yeah.
I wish I knew last night that people were ranking you low, because I put you like in like the middle, because I was I felt good about you, but then someone was like, I'm ranking her low because she has seeds.
No, I told people, I said, look, I know I got 2 seeds. I don't want that to be a reason for people to, like, bite me in the ass later. And if you need to put someone low, I'm not going to be mad about it. Like,
Okay.
I told people, I said, if you have to, like, you need spaces to fill. If you have to put me low, I already have 2 seeds. In my season, I had 1 seed on a good day. Most of the time, I had 0. So I was
Same.
like, I'm already ahead of the game.
Same, I was
so
like-
I was okay being there. It was a little scary, but I had literally told people, like, I'm not going to be upset about it. Put me low.
Yeah. And it was good. I don't think
And
anybody.
it was fine.
I don't think anybody is coming after you at all. And I was talking to Jess, and she was worried about like getting a target on her back, and I was like, I really don't think this is gonna be like, you know, some kind of like huge. I mean, unless I don't know what you're planning on doing.
Oh,
yet.
maybe there's a Matrix moves
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
Do you have any
No.
idea?
There are. I will say there's like a handful of people that I feel like I didn't see as much last night. So those are the people that
You're
like
more-
I'm more considering.
Okay.
Is anyone upstairs? Okay.
I'm Justin upstairs. And like we haven't connected as much. So like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and promise that I'm not gonna put you up, but I also don't want to say I'm not putting you up or I am putting you up before I like talk to people, because it's not just you. Like it's not like
Okay.
Patrick's the one
No, it's
who hasn't talked to me, and it's not because I would want you out, and it's not because like there's not really anyone that I have a target on right now because it's round 2 and last night was a shit show. And I feel like the only easy person to put up is Brody, and I feel like Jess is gonna want to do that because she has to do 2 nominations. And she's probably gonna want to take the easy one with Brody, but I haven't talked to her yet.
Okay. I mean, is there anything like you're looking for from me as far as like people that I'm working with, people that I feel that are against me, or?
I mean, anything's nice. I mean, if there's anyone you don't want to see go up, or like
I feel good.
any overlap we might have to like work closer together.
I surprisingly had a pretty good relationship with Meredith. I feel like there are certain people that are like kind of like restarting almost in a sense, like Christian, Shane almost, because like Maddie went home at like the final hour, and so I feel like kind of good with them, but I feel like with Meredith we've had like a long stream of good communication, and we both have kind of noticed that like there are groups of people who are more tightly aligned than other groups, because like personally for me I think I just had my first conversation with someone that was like, maybe we can work long term, and they told me that, and I was like, that's so comforting and reassuring, because I have not had that in the 6 hours we played last night.
Yes, well, and like we played for 6 hours last night, and there was 18 of us, and it was chaos,
exactly.
and
It's
that's why like the only thing I really have to go off of is like, have I talked to you? Like, have we been on the same page multiple times? And like, if we just haven't run into each other, it's not because
we didn't
want to play.
We're not like-minded. It's
it's just because there's a
so
shit
many
ton of
people,
us, and we were all over the place. So like, whatever I do, I'll let you know. But like, I'm at least letting you know, like, you are in that group of people that I didn't get to talk to as much, and so like, it could
be me.
It could be. I'm not gonna promise you and say, like, I'm not gonna say absolutely it is you because I haven't decided, and I'm not gonna say that it isn't you because I don't know. And if it is, it's not because I want you out. It's literally just because we haven't talked. I think you are definitely right. I think there are like definitely bigger groups, like Swirlin'.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm protected enough to do anything about it round 2.
Oh, I completely
But like the attention is getting drawn to it, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
At least for later.
I obviously I would hope that you wouldn't put me up, and if you do, it's fine. I'll survive, hopefully. And but I think this is something that I would like to continue to build in the future, because I mean, we didn't talk a lot last night, but like the few conversations we did have, I felt like it was it's so good.
It's not that we haven't meshed or like we wouldn't work well together. It's just that we haven't talked that much. But you're not the only person in that seat, so that's where I'm at.
Awesome. Well, I hope
but
I'm not the person in that seat.
I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated.
I appreciate it. Great chats.
Okay.
I've talked to both of them, but I talked to them like I think a little too early, because Jessica was very much like, I don't know, and Abrielle seems to be saying the same thing. Yeah, I think Brody clearly knows he's
a potential nominee.
Right. So I have talked to them about it. Like, I'm not for or against Brody right now. I think it's fine. I'm like, we've talked, and like we were gonna get to today, and we did, and I'm obviously grateful he didn't fly trap either one of us, but I think he's got to understand that he's a nominee and he's buzzing around the house. So I think he knows. So I was telling both Jessica and Abrielle, like, if he's got seeds, he's got connections to seeds. So if he is your big target, you probably want to have the Rose nominate him, not to give him a seed, right?
Yeah.
And not to help him get uproot. But if he's not the real target and you just want to put him on the block, and like let fate take its, whatever, then I guess it doesn't really matter. But other than that, I really haven't heard any other names, which is making me nervous because there are 2 other spots.
Well, yeah, because Abrielle told me that I'm on like a short list of people that didn't really talk to her. Because we also we talked at the beginning and I like felt good, and then it was 4 hours later and I hadn't seen her because everyone's running around doing whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel good with Jess, and so I'm hopeful to not be on the block.
Yeah.
I don't think you would be nominated. I feel like.
I hope not.
I feel like, but that's how I feel too. I feel like I would know.
That like you would get you would.
Yeah, they would, but I don't know. Abrielle said she was kind of cryptic. I talked to Jess early, so I kind of want to go
touch base
again. Have you talked to both of them?
Yeah. Yeah, like I talked to Jess super early, so she was like, "Who do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't fucking. You're the one with. Who are you?"
I'm not saying.
I just don't think me, if that's possible. So, the only name that I've heard is Brody, which is not even like it's not from there's a target on Brody's back like that everyone's gunning for him.
Yeah,
it's just
like he's Brody. A little bit elevated above all of us
everybody else.
Here.
Yeah,
which is
that's fine. Yeah, I mean, and not unexpected.
Yeah, I mean that's that was the nature of the night one.
Right.
Because we were numbed.
And then once you uprooted yourself, I was like, I don't know.
Well, no, we were all sitting in the game. I voted Gavin out.
I haven't even asked a single person who they voted out.
And guess what? I wanted to make sure you knew.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I absolutely did not want you to go.
I appreciate that.
I feel like me and you. I wanted to work with you in this game, absolutely.
Yeah, and I feel like we're playing complete separate sides right now.
Yeah.
Not mad about it though, because it's still early and there's not a lot of eyes anywhere.
I just wanted to let you know, I trust you.
I do too.
Even though we haven't talked much because of the noms.
Yeah.
I was fucking pissed at the noms.
Yeah. I mean, I was too. Maddie literally, like, random.org, who she was nominating. Did I tell you why she told me, or what she told me? Right after nomination, she told me, and she's like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. And she's like, but I heard someone think that you and Lily were going up. So I was like, well, if they already think someone's going up, I should just put you up. I said, girl, fuck. I said, no burn bridges. And then she got flight trapped. I said, oh, that worked out for me.
I was sitting next to her. I was like, cool.
That works out for me.
One less fucker to get out,
And it wasn't a random fly trap. Someone bought it. And I think people are a little nervous about all the bidding that went down and how crazy that was. So just keep that in mind.
About me?
I think people, including me, but I think you didn't need it. But better safe than sorry, right?
I trust you. I heard Shakira was saying my name last night.
She was telling me Gavin. But that being said, she came to me and right before the vote, she said, I don't know if it's looking good for you.
She didn't want you to go.
Correct.
So I was good with her, but then she said, I want Gavin fly-trapped, so let's vote out Christian.
Oh, fuck. I didn't hear that, and that being said, last night I did tap out at one point because I was like,
no, I can tell.
I was
we were both.
Yeah, done. I was like, I'm so tired, and there's not anything I can do. I have 0 seats, and just for transparency, Jessica, I went and talked to her. It sounds like Brody is on the block. Whether it's Jessica or Abrielle that does it, he's on the block. I think they want to compare notes and make a final decision of who. That being said, I tried to talk to Jessica, and I was getting no solid answers on anything. And I was getting information, and we made a deal out there. I helped them get Greenhouse, and I said, if I give you guys the ball, like if I work my ping pong balls in your guys' favor, can I just be safe one round? She said yes, so I made that deal. That being said, after that conversation, I'm like, I'm not gonna be paranoid because it's just not that deep, but I don't know. I think she was just explaining, oh, you know what? Actually, we were going over names, and we just rattled off names. I wanted to see where she stood with certain people. Every person, she's like, I love. And I, of course, said everyone's name. So I was like, what about Christian? She goes, I love Christian.
Jessica?
Yeah, she goes, I love him. And I'm not going to do that because even if I did nominate him, he's going to find himself a way off. He solves problems. Like,
no,
so I know that you won't. It sounds like you are not going to.
No, literally, what I was feeling last night, I was like, if I stay on the block, it's a better opportunity for you to stay.
7 to 5.
Well, that's why. No, but that's why I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted you to focus on your game. You focus on Gavin.
Yeah.
Gavin, I just wanted to say, hey, don't vote me, because I was like, if no one votes against or people split the votes between me and you, it's more votes for Gavin.
Right. I was thinking the same. I kept telling people in groups, I was like, please come to a consensus. Come to a consensus, and you all know season 4 is the easy one to look at right now.
Season 4 is easy, yeah.
So let's just do it this. And I think I've told all of them now. I was absolutely on board for targeting round. And I talked to Ross. I said I was absolutely on board to be like, the idea was being thrown out that you guys are tight. I'm going to capitalize on that, especially when I'm on the block against someone.
Right.
But I kept saying just, y'all, come to a consensus. Do not stray whether you vote a Christian or you vote me. Do not spread them.
Here's one thing I want to tell you.
Yeah.
Do you trust Dylan?
No. Hey.
No.
One second. Not yet.
I don't trust Dylan at all. I don't trust Shakira because she said my name last night. I heard from multiple sources, she was standing on a soapbox saying, let's get Christian out so Gavin can get flat tracked. Because she loves you, which is good for you. I thought I trusted Shakira. I trust you.
And
infinitely more.
I want to give you context too. Like 3 people used it against me when I was on the block last night, that all 5 of us from season 3 were up in the bedroom. They literally sat down, Shane apologized in front of them. I was like, okay, interesting, but I appreciate it. But looking at that room, I am low on that totem pole. And that being said, I think, although there's a clear duo in there,
Thomas and Shakira.
Yeah. I think that the other 3 of us are so malleable and willing to go and willing to be a vote. That being said, if they're gonna work with me starting, I'm gonna just work with them to start. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
But I'll keep eyes out for you.
I don't trust Shakira. I'm trusting you in confidence.
Yeah.
Because I literally that's my game right now. I don't trust Shakira. I don't trust Dylan. Here's why I don't trust Dylan. And I know you have other people you trust.
Yeah.
I want you to know this because if you heard something about me, I would want to know.
Yeah.
Last night, apparently Brody talked to Dylan, and Dylan told me while I was on the nomination block, I didn't want to fucking talk to Dylan.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're voting for Gavin to stay.
I did the same. I talked to him and I was like, I didn't come back. Same with Ava.
I was like, Dylan, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So, he was like, Brody came up to me. I'm as Dylan.
Yeah.
Brody came up to me and said he wants to fly trap someone who's a non-deserving all-star. Non-deserving.
Sounds like me.
He said you, Lily, Meredith, and Maddie. And Maddie went. Sorry. Brody didn't say those names. Dylan said he perceived Brody to say those names.
So he's trying to throw... and that's why he did in his season.
Dylan said that.
That's why he did in his season.
I don't think Brody said that. I think Dylan was trying to push that narrative.
Yes.
And then...
You're so right. He did that so many times in his season. It never got clocked. You can't use the same tricks.
You cannot.
2 seasons in a row.
And look, that didn't leave us.
Absolutely.
But I told Lily and Meredith because they were also there.
Fair. And build that trust.
Yeah.
Have you been working with Meredith at all?
She gave me... Okay.
I had like 2 conversations back.
She gave me great conversations. I love Meredith.
Okay, good. She is just someone... I feel like the group I've started leaning towards or just talking to a little bit more, they just are all have you, and none of us have really talked to Meredith. That being said, I do want to let you know, the season 3 girls, we aren't going after each other yet. And so, that being said, if you guys are in power, I would just love for that to not affect me. They're going now, but like I said, I really think...
You're safe with me.
I think once we get down to 14, 15, I think I'll jump ship. I think Shane will jump ship. Oh my god, you're right. Maybe 13, just in case. I'm still trying to get comfortable.
Brady, I got you. If you need anything from me, let me know.
Abrielle and Jessica were debating who's going to get to nominate Brody. We might just have to take him out. We might just have to let.
I want Dylan gone. Because he's targeting you guys.
I would go
talk
to Jessica because she loves you. She's upstairs in the blue bedroom. Talk to her and be like, I've heard this name circle. If he's going to plant fake seeds, girl, I'm going to Home Depot and buying fake seeds.
Because he also implied Jessica too. He implied it.
I would go tell her that.
Yeah.
And he told me we did not do much pre-gaming at all. That being said, he was like, who are the real beefs? And I was like, I just know me and Shane are going to figure it out. And he's like, well, me and Jessica too. I was like, is that real beef? Does Jessica know that's beef? But he was saying, he's like, why is Jessica on the cast? He told me that before we started.
Who?
Dylan.
Well, okay.
So,
okay.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that being this round, whether it's... And we'll talk maybe before voting.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed that we're not on the block, but I want you to go talk to Jessica.
I feel good. Okay, let's go talk to people.
Okay, cool.
I trust you completely.
Let
me know if you need anything.
Yeah, we'll check in.
All right.
That's good. Okay. Hi. Congrats. Thank
Congrats.
you.
And mathematically, you cannot be flag trapped. There are not enough seats in the game.
Holy moly! Oh my gosh! Things are looking up. Round 3 might become real.
Yes, you will make it there.
Yes. Holy moly!
It's well deserved.
Yes.
About
Well,
time.
It's about time.
yeah. Did y'all hear how we decided to get this?
No.
Okay, because I wanted to clear up that I was not power hungry, and I was like, I want this, want this, want this. What, you were in the group? Yeah, well, you were in our last 2 groups.
Yeah, Claire just didn't want a nomination.
I heard
Well,
that.
that's what's true, but what happened really was we decided that our team would get Greenhouse is because y'all team had 2 immunities, and if they got Greenhouse, they would be null and void, like it didn't make sense. So then we agreed that we would have the Greenhouse, and I did not want to target, and then Claire was like, I'm not taking nothing but Tulip. And I was like, fine sis, I support you. Yes, and then Avriel was like, and I was like, shit. So here we are.
Yeah.
And I think it's really ironic.
I think you'll be able to play off this round without gaining much of a threat level.
Right.
I might be crazy in that assessment, but
Right.
I really think you'll be able to dominate literally whoever the fuck you wanted and just go on next round. Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like what's happening with Brady, I feel.
Mhm.
Like, I
Yeah.
haven't really heard anyone be like, oh, I'm afraid that Brady's going to retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But I know the question on everybody's mind is who, what, when, where.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I think there are too many obvious right now, and with this Queen of the Hill stuff, I have no idea what is building momentum out there.
Yeah.
Right. And so what it is that, like, this gives 2 seeds to 2 players. But I strongly think that I'm going to purchase seed count before a nomination just so that I can see for real. Just because I'm not going to play, I don't want to play into anybody's game.
You can't purchase seed count before because the nominations happen before auction.
I'm sorry. Well then, like,
Immediately.
sorry,
Yeah.
when I can.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
No, it's fine. I just didn't want you to expect to be able to do that.
No, thank you. Yeah, you know, I appreciate it. Yeah. And I think for me, it's like, we're high.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we're on a game high, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, but thank you, yeah. So that's what it is that I don't want to play into anybody's game.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's really what this, like, and I'll accept this Queen of the Hill stuff. But that's why this is about. Like, I want to know the tease that's going on downstairs because I want to know what the momentum is. Because I know the obvious, and I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think the one thing I heard is Brody.
Right. But that's the exact, like, what I'm talking about.
And they said the pitch I heard was him sitting next to Patrick and Christian because it's kind of a trio.
Oh, no, I hate that shit. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not playing into that game.
So I'm just letting you know that
I
is the
hear
one
you.
thing I
Thank you. Yeah. Because I'll
I
definitely
wonder-
collab with my other.
I wonder who
Flowers.
Abby's going to nominate. Because technically, if y'all, like, communicate, Abby can
I
nominate.
think Abby's
Target.
really strong on because Abby's
Abby's
really strong on Brody. Like she's like, if you want, I will. So it's kind of like, but like I said, like I just hate playing into that shit.
And
So-
being real about it, if Brody gets nominated, I think he's gonna go because I think people are gonna not let him buy Uproot.
Well, we'll see if people can. Like that's what I want to hear is that, like, you know, where, because that's what I mean by momentum is like where are people gravitating to, because you know whoever we nominate, like there will be some scrambling, you know, scramble on scramble, but I really want to get the feel because like I said, I don't want to play this game. Yeah, people can definitely upplay what's really going on.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
what
could I
else?
have a moment with you just alone?
Yeah.
It's not.
So is everything good? I'm fine with y'all. Like I
Cool.
have no. Obviously, y'all know. Like it sounds like a lot of the strong boys are like leaning that way. So
Mhm.
like for me, y'all are good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're season 4 queens.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we haven't really gotten to talk since you had last night. So we've been in separate groups. Where's your head at? What do you think is going to happen this round?
What's going to happen this round? I have no idea. I feel like Jessica hasn't, I don't know, really found her place in the game. So I don't know where she's going to go. I feel like that means people are going to feed her ideas, and it'll be up to her to sift through those and respond to that. I don't know, either that or she's keeping her cards very close to her chest, because most of the conversations I've been in with her, she's just like goofing around and like chatting and having a great time. She's so fun.
but I haven't heard a ton of game talk from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know where her head is at. I feel good with Gabrielle. I've talked to her a fair amount. So, but when I talked to her last a few minutes ago, she said she didn't really know where she was going. That she was definitely listening around for nomination ideas and sort of trying to get a feel for the round. So I don't know. That's sort of, I'm just listening as well and trying to get a feel for things.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you don't feel very connected to that you would be okay with going out simply because you just don't have like a strong bond with them yet, game wise? Like if it makes you feel better, I can kind of volunteer.
Sure.
Like last night there were just some people who just kept getting pulled into other groups that I just didn't, like you being one of them, that we just weren't in the same conversations a lot of the time. Like Ross, like Dylan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to pick me off simply because we haven't had the relationships formed yet, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. And someone told me that they were considering, like last night, that my name came up for them, and that's probably wise because, you know what I mean, if they had forged these bonds with other people, exactly, yeah. So I'm a little wary there. Do you have anyone like that?
Oh, no, yeah.
Brady, I haven't talked to a ton, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you because we hadn't gotten to connect as much. I don't know, what's have I not talked to a ton? I feel like I've had at least a few conversations with most people. I don't know, I feel like really I haven't talked to Claire as much. Maybe the other girls. I've talked to most people. I think Jessica's one of the people I've talked to least. Maybe about like game stuff in particular because I feel like I've seen her around. But it's been less game motivated. Ross, I'm like somewhat but I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of potential with a lot of people. So I'm not. I don't know. There's a handful. Like I feel like for me it's more split in half of like warmer, less warm, but not necessarily cool.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Have you talked to Dylan a good amount?
A little bit.
Okay. I don't know. He plays it close to the vest, I think. I don't know, or at least that's my perception so far. So I guess I'm just wary of him just because I haven't, you know what I mean? So
yeah, he and I talked a bit. We are on the same team currently, and so we had a little chat in our seat hunt, and a bit yesterday we had some chances to talk, and then I just heard a rumor of something he said about me that I don't quite like. That he had a theory that Brody was going to go for with the fly trap, what he considered a non-all-star.
I heard the same thing.
Yes, I think we're hearing that from the same source.
Yes.
Who encouraged me to talk to you and form maybe a little bit of a thing going, and that sounds good to me. So definitely wanted to confirm that with you.
I think that's smart.
Yeah.
I think if I haven't checked in with Gabrielle and Jessica yet, but I mean, if they ask my opinion or if I have any suggestion for them, I mean, I'm okay putting Dylan up right now, not because I don't like him or anything, but just because he just said my name and we don't have any kind of relationship yet, so I would be okay with him going out.
Right.
Right now I feel the same way about Ross. I feel more strongly about Dylan than I do Ross, but I don't have a reason to like throw myself on the tracks for Ross either. And then also, I'm very wary of Patrick.
Okay. That's right.
Giving
you guys a season.
I don't really feel like Patrick would do anything to save me or like, you know what I mean? I don't really feel like that's going to be a long-term, you know, like, I don't really think that he and I will be cool, so. So that's kind of where my head's at.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
I do think from what I heard from him that he respects your game a lot, but I think he feels similarly to you of like, given the season, he doesn't know where he's at with you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say you have anything to worry about from him.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have like a good rapport with him.
Okay.
We know each other.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to talk to him. Yeah. So I feel fine with him. But
I just never really know what he's going to do.
And
I have a hard time anticipating his game.
I'm like, do I trust him?
It's not that I dislike him as a person or anything, I'm like,
he's a game player.
Yes.
He's a strong player, and so like you want to be near strong players, but also a certain kind of strong player.
I've heard that Brody might be up. What are your feelings about that?
It's expected. I mean, he signed up for this essentially. It's really not surprising. It was a bit of a bummer. He drafted onto a team with him at random and then immediately targeted because of him, I assume. So, I mean, I'm not against Freddie. You know, he was never against me at any point. He said we are good.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
That's kind of where I'm at. I don't really have a personal reason to go after Brody.
yeah, like I was
But
never on his radar.
If,
So.
but I will say, if I get the feeling that the tide has really turned,
I'm fine with that.
am I going to try to do something extreme to save him? I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's smart because I don't want to be targeted with him. If he's going to be a huge target for everyone.
Yeah. But for him, like, I feel like he will always be somewhat of a target because of who he is as a person.
Hi.
Hi, babes. Can I
You're
watch a chat?
Sure. Absolutely.
Just want to say hi.
Yeah.
Hey, we were brainstorming who we trying to imagine y'all's friends.
I don't know what Jess is doing. I imagine she's gonna want to take the easy nominee in Brody.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like,
Yeah.
And she has to pick another
he
one.
has signed up
Yeah.
for it. But
And I don't want to be like, no, don't take the easy one. I want that because she has to put up 2 people, and
Yeah.
I didn't want Sunflower, and she took it. So
I mean,
I'm gonna let her do what she wants. So.
Fair.
honestly, with Brody, like, I feel like he has made himself a threat, both in past games and in this one. So I feel like he is always going to be a target, and he's not.
Mhm.
Shouldn't be a priority because of that. That, like, right now he is on the outs with almost everyone because he has started fires, and so that to me decreases his threat level significantly.
Exactly.
Like,
he's
I'm
an easy
not
one
worried
to
about
find out,
him.
but-
He is desperate right now.
Yeah, I told Brody, I said, I don't think I'm putting you up, I think just because I don't want to, but also, like, you're a buffer for everyone else in the game right now. Like, you are low. Like,
No,
you pulled some
two-
shit last night,
two
and
people
people are
have
salty
debts over
about
him.
it, but
2 people gave him seeds, so he owes 2 people.
like,
He's desperate for help. He knows he has been backed himself into a corner. So I'm not worried about that man.
we're
Not
on
right now.
good wavelengths. We're on similar wavelengths.
No, for sure.
Because
I
that's
feel
how
like
I'm
we've been
feeling.
So I'm assuming you're thinking about nominating someone that you don't feel like they would say that you haven't built a solid relationship with.
Yeah, like it's definitely a person that in the chaos of last night I barely saw.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I talked to Patrick, and Patrick's one of them, and I was like, I truly don't know until I've talked to everyone just to feel things out. But I'm not gonna say it won't be you, but if it is you, I will let you know. And it's not me putting you up because you're a target, it's me putting you up because
we have nothing.
out of the 16 people in the chaos of last night, I feel like we didn't have that much. But there's like 1 or 2 other people that are kind of in that group that I haven't talked to. And if I don't talk to them, that makes my decision a little bit easier. And if I do talk to them, it'll just depend on the vibes.
Yeah, to be honest,
Mhm.
I like that idea.
What? That's what,
simply because I just, when I talk to him, I just get like the smile, you know what I mean? I just cannot really get a read most of the time, you know what I mean? And so I just selfishly, like moving forward in the game, I just have a hard time ever knowing like if he's on
Honestly,
whose side or like, you know,
if you need to know, I can translate. I can
Okay.
make it.
Okay.
well, and like I told, like I haven't talked to the other 2 that I haven't talked to as much yet, but like it's gonna be the same spiel. It's not me coming after you. It's not me like. I mean, like everyone's targetable in some way. Everybody has their pros and cons.
I also heard
Not me
that-
targeting. It's.
We also heard that Dylan has said our name.
I just wanted to come. I literally came over to talk about that.
That's so funny because Dylan's one of the people that is barely talking.
I wanted to let you
So
know.
I, just so you know, that's affecting us, so we certainly wouldn't be opposed there.
Were you told
know?
that I was in that too? Because
Yep,
I was.
I think so, yep.
I was told that we were considered not worthy of all stars. Us and Jessica.
T.
Dylan.
Oh.
He has. Okay, I know Dylan from outside this. I swear when he gets into games, he just like has word
He just
vomit.
gets evil. He's so good at it though.
But it's not
You
even-
can't do the same tricks 2 seasons in a row. You can't use the same tricks a second season in a row with all retreat.
We all did homework.
Yes.
Some more than others, but like we did homework.
Someone said this morning with the wheel thing, and when I went up and I was not supposed to go up, they're like, someone didn't watch season 4. I was like, girl, I did, but like, it's so early. I got 4 hours of sleep, and I'm stupid. Like I did watch, and I know what they do.
Yeah, it's just mean.
Wow.
And
And
it's
literally
supposed to
where?
come from all part of a season, and just because someone like had a rough go doesn't mean they are not a capable player.
I got flag trap. Like, granted, I went crazy. I didn't get to play past 4 rounds. How do you know if I?
So yeah, no, it's unfair to say that when like you and Jessica have very little to go on,
Right.
and then us, like, did we not make moves?
She might.
I feel like you
I was gonna say she was like the one. She was like the whole narrative in the early game. She was the whole narrative. I know. I was.
So you said Lily doesn't deserve to be here, and
Meredith and
not all stars are.
And Jessica.
Okay. We had a similar game where like they tried.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah. Slide in. I need to go talk to Christian.
You won so many.
I need to talk to Christian.
Yeah, squeeze on it.
Christian,
Maybe this side. I just know that I'm just trying to buy myself time until next round, and I would love to have Greenhouse. But that being said, I really don't want to nominate. But that being said, I would nominate.
Yeah, but if you nominate, then shut up.
That's so true.
So
After the chaos of last night, I was like, I will take the comfort of a flower.
I will say this. I feel like there's a lot of people that are like really feeling the heat of like being in the greenhouse, that they're afraid that they'll just be a huge target the next round.
But it's the
I can understand the people that you put up might be salty with you because you put them up.
Yeah.
But I feel like in general, no one's like mad that you wanted to be in the greenhouse. So like everyone wants to be in the greenhouse, sort of, or like doesn't want to be on the chopping block.
Okay, like I'm not.
I'm not understanding like I wanted to be in the greenhouse. Well then I'm gonna go to her house. She's power hungry. Like what?
No, I was literally like
I just talked to her.
You got in the line.
She actually said something quite surprising to me, that she doesn't want to do the obvious target.
I heard the same thing. I heard the same thing, which I think that means.
We'll kiki. I gotta kiki with her.
I got the same.
I keep hearing his name. Do you feel like there's a lot of anti-Brody sentiment?
Yeah,
that's all I've heard.
Literally, that's all I've
heard this round. Which
Even
makes
Brody to me was like, I'm going up, and I was like, maybe.
Okay.
Like you are an obvious choice. So like,
Sign here.
I mean, like I said it in a way where I was like, well, if Jessica's thinking like I don't want too much heat, because like I only have to put up one person, you've got to put up two. If you want to take like obvious, like he knows it's probably coming, and you want to take the easy one, like I was gonna let her.
But the thing is, nobody's really worried about him right now because he's the easy target.
Because he's the easy target.
And
I think it's a mistake to never. He's a very strong player.
See, here's the thing.
That's a very weird security to have.
He
with
does
him.
not.
Christian's trying to pull.
Yes.
Brandon, we need to catch up.
There's
So.
not that much power there,
Maybe
but there's
I'll go
the
with Brandon.
potential to be
There's
better.
always future power.
Yes, I'll talk to you.
So my name's been thrown out by Thomas and Shakira, which surprising. I felt kind of good with Thomas, but I think that's like his power in the game, is that everyone feels good with him. And then I wasn't really targeting Shakira, but now I kind of have to. So I'm in the process of trying to split the house down the middle, but not be the person who's like forcibly doing that, which is a fine line to walk. But I feel like we have the numbers. The only issue is that Brody's on our side, and a lot of people are just kind of like painting him as like the big target that's like flashing red with the sirens that everyone wants to go for. But he's not going for me, so I don't want to go for him. I could be nominated, but I did just hear some incriminating stuff about someone else, so hopefully Abriel takes that and just nominates them, so I can chill. Yeah, other than that, I feel really good about Claire. Shocked about that. Thought she'd be terrifying. She is, but like in a fun, harmless kind of way. You know? Me and Christian are like secretly like super tight, feel really good with Meredith. May have to cut Dylan because apparently he just says the wrong things. But yeah, also I was informed that there was a straight guy narrative. As a straight guy, I don't know what to do with that information, but I'll let you know.
Great, slaying, thanks.
You're the only person whose name she said out loud.
Yeah, because it's easy and no one's going to be offended.
Correct. However, she has said multiple times that she didn't want to play into other people's hands, and so I think that she could be going for a twist.
That's my pitch here. It's like, look, you can play their game, and you can get 13th again. And so I told, who are you close with? I haven't had enough. I didn't talk to you at all yesterday because we were actively against each other.
Do you want to know the strangest thing?
Yeah.
Is like, if I had to rank people I'm closest with, you're still in like the top whatever, which is so fun.
That is so fun.
Just because like, I feel like you took what I did yesterday a lot less hard than Thomas did, and I think Thomas
He's coming after you.
I know.
So he's coming for you. He's coming after Patrick.
Okay.
Those are his two. Like I'm going after him.
Right. I thought as much. So that's the fucked up thing, is that I knew we were the same person.
And so, do you want to make a final two right now? You may have other obligations, which is fine. I want to trust you.
I want to trust you so bad, but I've watched this and I don't want to get burned.
But you also know my game, and that I'm going to take people to the end who can beat me. Because I have to. It does not matter who I'm beating. It matters who trusts me.
Right.
Patrick knows.
Yeah.
So.
I need to talk to both of you. So I heard there's a straight guy narrative.
Oh, really?
That could be a problem.
Just that apparently the straight guys are causing chaos.
I think you got prime suspect number
Well, you know, quit stigmatizing all of us like that, bro.
But no, I just told him one male whose name starts with a T does not want to work with either of you.
Never liked him.
That didn't come from me,
Obviously.
but I am just letting
I
you.
would love if you had me. Only because I think Shakir's against me, and I think they're so tight. So
I will say this. No matter how many times Thomas says he's not working with Shakira,
they're gonna work together.
Yeah.
it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
So here's my ask of y'all, because I trust both of you, which is we just talked about how fucking ironic that is given yesterday. I would ask that you make the pitch to Jessica that it's not me going up. And here's the reason. If Jessica puts me up, then all it does is let other people play the game from afar and not get any blood on their hands. If they want to put me up, they can put me up.
Oh, I like that.
Here's the thing. If Brody goes home this round, all that means is that Thomas and Shakira are this much closer to owning the house.
And here's another straight guy going.
Oh.
If Brody doesn't go home this round, we can start fighting Thomas and Shakira.
We need to form the sides.
I agree. Is there anyone that I can pitch from you that is a target that would Jessica?
I haven't talked to her yet. So no.
Shit.
I'm
Who's
next.
talking
Right now it's Dylan and Ava. I think I'm the last one to talk to her, which is always a good thing whenever your name is out there. So
she also likes that. She loves this.
Jessica is cute. Yeah, I'm waiting.
But
Are you also waiting? I'm waiting. They're not.
Oh my God.
Are you waiting too?
She loves the chat.
Are you waiting too, Patrick?
Oh, I was gonna touch base, but I guess I should feel good. But I did want to touch base with her again.
Yeah, I did. I just haven't talked to her. Which whenever you're the one that's going.
Have all y'all talked to her already?
I have not.
I have.
Okay.
So you're
Do you mind
next.
if I go after Brody then?
No.
That's fine. No, Ross was just walking out and we happened to catch each other. So
You're good at that.
Trying.
Yeah, you got a half-face thing going.
But I genuinely think if that was sort of split right now, they would have the numbers. Who would be with them?
The thing is, anyone who's in the middle is going to go with them.
They're safer.
They're the safer choice. They're not the safer choices, but they're perceived as the safer choice.
Perceptively, they're the safer choice.
Okay.
Because they're not the backstabbers.
I know.
Because they didn't use the fly trap.
Yeah.
But it's not even that.
Okay, but I'm not to bring up the narrative again, but do you feel like you have season 4 over them?
What?
Do you feel like you have Dylan and Ava?
To get on my side?
Yes.
I trust season 4 more than I trust most people at this point, because at least they were honest to me last night.
I think Thomas has Ava.
Really? Yeah.
I think we can get Dylan.
Oh, I think
he banked her vote, and she gave a seed to.
And she's the one that tipped him off that I was thinking about going after her.
That's wild.
I know.
She's snaky.
It was the best. She's an agent of chaos. I love her so goddamn much.
I think we could also get Claire, Christian, Meredith.
Yeah.
I think that's the pitch.
I think if we wanted to get the numbers, we could, but we need to start working.
I think we need to start working.
We might have to draw lines sooner than later.
Christian.
Okay.
So who do we want to go with? Who do I pitch to Jessica?
We talk. Just you and me, real quick.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is she staying?
I got you. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to pull him in real quick.
Huh?
I want to pull him in quickly.
Yeah. My hand is getting so tired.
He is not with you. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I've realized.
Okay. She's not with you.
100%.
She's 100% underneath Thomas's wing.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the way it is.
Yeah. I think
I wanted to trust. I want to trust
I
her.
wanted to as well.
But she is
Ava was the one that tipped off Thomas that we were going for him.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fact.
Yeah, he told us. So.
Right.
I wish y'all fucking told me. It would have made the whole thing easier. I was gonna give you the fucking seat.
But
I was freaking out last night, brother.
good news for you, and also bad news. I don't think Jessica wants to nominate you.
I don't think so either, and I think I can make a pitch to at least make her question it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we all agree that if Thomas is on the block, that's a good thing?
Yeah, very good. I just don't know who to pitch to her.
Right, and that's a tough pitch.
I agree. The thing is, if Thomas goes on the block, I'm worried he will have the seeds.
He will, but then he has less seats in the show.
Yeah, and that's fine too.
Right.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'm in a good place.
No.
You're not. You're not.
So I don't have much power here.
No. Can me and him finish talking real quick?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm gonna slide out. Yep. Do you want to go in that room? That way I can put my hand down?
Yeah, you're kind of like your arms. I mean, you're getting a great shoulder.
Hello.
I just wanted to confirm that like we're still gonna uphold the fact that you're not gonna nominate me.
No.
Okay.
And that's like I was saying, like season 4, but what we said outside on the patio, like I'm down for that.
Yeah.
And that's something that in this game, like my face will tell you, because I'm not going to lie to someone's face and then have to go to confessional. That is when I shit my pants and everybody can see it and smell it. So it's like, so I can't double cross, and it's a smart move, but it's like if I tell you something, like know that it's true. And unfortunately, if I tell a fib, like people will see. Yeah. So, but that's how I am. But absolutely, no, we're chill.
Okay, and then I'm trying to like develop a little seat count.
Yeah.
I wanted to share with you because I know you want to know.
So Ross said that he gave 2 of his seats, like before, he gave 2 of his seats to Gavin that got burned.
Well, Gavin gave his seats to someone. I saw him
Right.
speaking to Holly.
Right.
So I assumed. Okay, so Dylan gave him a seat.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed the Gavin would return that, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'll try and like ask them. I don't know if they would like be honest with me or not.
Yeah.
But I think Lily gave her seat away, so I think she had 0.
Yeah. So what I'm saying too is that like if you're doing this, I like this plan, even though if I buy seed count, this is important because what comes out of people's mouths will show more of seed count than purchasing the seed count. So I'm digging this. Like as in like, you know, if you're gathering tea and you want to share some, I'll have a cup.
I want to work with you. Like,
Yeah.
I have no intention of going against you at all.
And that's same for me. So that's how it is. It's like right now I'm looking to see how the tea is spreading, the tea grounds, how they're spreading across the cup, you know, and I'm going definitely, you know, I'm trying to ride the wave. Yep.
Okay.
But I don't want to also think that I'm weak and compliant, because I'll be strong, and it's not just like strong by myself, but that means that I'll also be strong for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of the first seed hunt, I know that Shane, Meredith, and Gavin won. Do you know who else?
No. I know that Brandon, Thomas, and who else was with him? The Blues, Ross. They got a situational thing. It was almost like Troublemaker, but they said that they had to get all the way out. It wasn't just a nomination.
You know what's funny? We got the Troublemaker this time.
LOL. Okay. So y'all have this situational thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Shakira.
Okay. Cool. And that was something I don't think they decided their target yet. So I don't know who from the Blue. Yep. I think, and I want to go quick back, is that I think each of them pick amongst themselves. Does that make sense? Like, one person has to pick one of the other 2, and it goes for all 3 of them. They have to pick someone.
Oh, no, actually, I do remember now. They picked one of us in the house.
Holler.
Yeah.
Oh,
and apparently it's going to be public.
Oh! Tea, girl.
Yeah.
Tea. All shade on a sunny day.
Oh,
holy moly. Well, bless. I'm seeing my favorite person, y'all. I'm ready for my shining star to come in.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'll lock in the final 2 right now.
If I hear your name, I'm telling you, even if I can do nothing about it, I will do everything in my power to do something. I will shoot myself in the foot to try and save you.
I don't want you to do that. But I think that, I don't know if there's enough. I think you and I are both pretty good at this.
I think last night showed that we're both pretty good at it. And I think if we work together, I think we have a very good chance.
Stop us.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm almost willing to say, should we both come there and talk to Jessica?
I need to talk to her alone first.
But I was going to
then
say,
you can join.
And say, we need to come up with a plan of action and make it seem like it's her idea. If we can convince it that it's her idea, that would be the best move.
So who do we pitch? So who are the people that are trying to pitch the narrative of me? Because that's the people.
Almost everyone.
Agreed. But that's the people that, like, Shakira is the person I trust the least.
Shakira and Thomas, I have zero trust for.
I trust Thomas more than Shakira. But that's just because I just know him better.
Yeah.
Like, that's not because of the game.
Right.
I want to trust Patrick, but I also know he's never going to trust me fully after the last game.
I think Patrick can be one of those where we can use him until we can't use him anymore.
I kind of agree.
Here's the thing. By whatever circumstances, we're both backed into a corner. And I think that on one hand, for them, that's good because they can get two good players out. On the other hand, they might have made us dangerous by putting us together.
Well, I think you're safe.
I'm not as convinced. I think Thomas really wants me, and Thomas owns a lot of people.
I think you're safe for 2 rounds. And
Okay,
then you're
right.
going, basically.
But so in those 2 rounds, I need to make sure you don't go, and we need to...
Where the fuck is Christian? He's a wild card.
I don't know.
I think he's up Thomas's ass.
We can get him, though. You and I together can get him.
I think so, but Christian came in a room earlier, in this room with Thomas and I, and was like, lovey-dovey about Thomas.
Christian's going to go whichever way.
I don't know where Brandon's at.
I can get Brandon.
Okay. So, alright.
Are we?
Yeah. 100%.
If you need me to go in that room with Jessica to start schmoozing, let me know.
I'll let you know. Alright.
After last night, I'm not in a great spot, and so I'm having to do something that I really don't want to do, which is ally with Brody. And we may or may not have just said that we're going to take each other to the finals, and I'm not sure how loyal I'm going to be to that, but at this point, I don't have a choice but to do something desperate because Thomas is going to try to get me out. That's just a fact. And Thomas is going to sway a lot of people to do that. And Shakira's going to do the same because that's what Thomas is doing. So I think we're going to have to try to introduce some chaos to this. And even though he's the last person that I want to trust, I kind of don't have a choice. Circumstance pushed us to this situation. So me and Brody might be working together. And it's just going to see who's going to backstab each other first, because it's going to happen. I think that's it.
Sly?
This is going to get interesting.